Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Soul Blazer, aka Soul Blazer. I'm Serious JG. We just won the game. Went to a lot of trouble to get the Master's Emblems so that we could get the ability to use magic without using gems. But as I showed, that basically means that you don't get any kind of like defense or attack up bonuses because you have to use your item slot. And when you're like me, just like tanking damage and like trying to get the pattern down so that you're always ready to attack when he's vulnerable, but not necessarily spending a lot of time worrying about avoiding damage, that doesn't work that good. So it was a good thing that I had tons of gems saved up. So level 24, it's the lowest level you can be at to equip this sword that you need. But yeah, I mean, I was just glancing at a fact. The fact that frustrated me so much with its description of how to get one of the Master's Emblems and wasting a lot of time and finding another fact. But it did actually go into a lot of detail about a lot of other stuff, including the fact that you can level up to like much higher levels in this game, but you get diminishing returns very early on, and basically your hit points go up, but your attack is as good as it's going to get at level 24. But your defense will go up slightly if you level up, and then your hit points will go up. But that's about it. So that being said, yeah, we did just win the game at the end of the last video, or at least we defeated Death Troll. Death Troll, as he's properly known. Death Troll, he might have been like the lord of the land of darkness, ruler of the world of evil and all that, but he really didn't seem like he was as impressive a character as Dr. Leo. Dr. Leo, more so than the master who created the earth and all of its creatures, is just badass motherfucker. He is the shiz and a bamf. But, it's up to Kevin Sullivan, the little anonymous silent protagonist who occasionally answers yes no questions to actually win the game. So let's see what the world holds for this guy now. I mean, after all, he appears to be working for the hero of the ActRaiser series. Is he just going to get assumed back into heaven and not get to do anything, or is he going to get to chill out on the earth that he just saved, or is he going to, like I joked about in the last video, trade in the lives of all creatures he's rescued for a gold apiece? Oh, and by the way, yeah, as if feminists are rolling over in their that's not the expression I meant to go into. Rolling in their graves. Feminism's dead now. Feminists are rolling over in their seats because this whole story of King Magrid being evil and like sacrificing people, and then it turns out, it was actually his wife. He's not bad. Yeah, he just couldn't stand up to his wife. She's actually evil. Whatever. Finally, Sullivan defeated Death Toll. Suddenly, Sullivan heard a small voice. There's nothing small about my voice, Sullivan. Sullivan, we decided to stay here and see the world of evil. The world of evil is a dark world that exists in the back of creatures' minds. Really? As long as there are inventions in this world, the same thing will happen. What, inventions? So this is like this is a game made by like a Super Nintendo game made by Luddites, which is kind of ironic. I will stay and try to stop as much as possible. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this is Dr. Leo. He's not dead. Oh, Dr. Leo, by the way, maybe this game is like actually a fanatical, like, without offending any, like, regular, like, cool down to earth Muslims. Maybe this is like something a jihadist game, because not only does it turn out that a woman who would like has too much power and authority and is not ruled by her husband, not only is she the cause of all ultimate destruction and badness, Dr. Leo takes her out with his historic suicide bombing. Soul Blazer is a jihadist game. But I think this might be Dr. Leo telling us that we should go out and enjoy life. You are still young. You should experience more. And if you figured out reasons for all feelings, all connections, and existences, you will be wise like the Master. Or maybe that was the Master talking about. Sullivan, get going! The world of evil began to disappear. Oh shit, I should get out of here. It gives me control, but there's nothing for me to do. Sullivan! You made it! All the creatures have been saved! Every last one thanks to you! Although you missed one dolphin, why don't you go and see the world and all its creatures? I don't need to, Master. I already saw them. I'd actually rather get back to the Dungeon of Doom. You finally made it. You finally made it. First of all, let me say thank you. I started to think of many things. I know this may sound strange, but in the human world, if a person kills one man, he is a murderer. However, if a person kills 100, then he is praised as a hero. Well, it depends on the circumstances. I became a king by this theory, but I always felt lonely. Only my evil wife kept me going, even if I had many men and beautiful women around me. Yeah, forget the part. I felt alone. Now I realize no man can live by himself. Yeah, well, you had a wife who was evil. I'm going to spend all the money I received from Death Hole to construct and build a great town. This is my way of compensating the people I helped defeat and whose souls were subject to torment. But I also want to build a town where people won't have anything to fear. Like a town where I'm not. And they can begin to believe in themselves. And they cannot punctuate the first words of sentences. Sullivan, thank you very much. I will build statues of you and Dr. Leo in the center of town. His statues would be much cooler looking than yours, of course. I promise to tell every generation about your accomplishments. Even the ones that are born after I'm dead. I'm going to live forever using this new darkness machine I got from Death Hole.
Sullivan, you made it. I'm a fucking doll. Dr. Leo can pass away peacefully.
Might blow himself up, but...
We tools exist to be used by human beings.
You're a tool?
We are happy if we're helpful to the humans.
You're a tool.
And we hurt if they use us in the wrong way. For example, if you start sticking Skeletor action figures up your butt. Even though we would like to tell them not to use this the wrong way, we cannot.
That's some stand-up routine I saw talk about some guy sticking Skeletor action figures up. He's got a fetish for action figures.
This is very painful, but Dr. Leo understood our feelings.
He built you. He gave you those feelings somehow.
The tools Dr. Leo must have been happy.
I'm picturing this speech being delivered by Crow and Tom Servo at the end of a Mr. Science Theater RPG. Oh, you're back. Well, I wasn't worried, but no one was really worried about you. I talk like the other king. All kings talk the same. No, say something. The king is such a thoughtless man. Dr. Leo has passed away. I miss him very much, even though I never met the chap. He did, however, give me a snail for some reason. There are creatures that only get 1 year to live. The value of life depends on the number of days spent with fulfillment. Uh-oh, I'm a Let's Player. I might be in trouble. Maybe Dr. Leo's life is more fulfilled than many of others. But probably not.
Hey there, Sullivan, thank you very much. Last minute I remembered how I talked Pace's return here to St. Helens. The Dolphin Lou used to live with Dr. Leo. But Dr. Leo kicked him out because he wouldn't get a job. It's strange whenever he tells me about Dr. Leo and his daughter Lisa. I miss them and sometimes find myself crying, even though I never met them. Now Dr. Leo is gone. Lisa must be very lonely. You should probably go talk to her or reunite her with a doll at least. Oh, here comes Louie. He must have heard your voice. Hey, Louie, get over here, you putz.
It's life with Louie. Whew. So, why did you not visit me?
Oh, what the fuck?
I decided to return to my hometown along with my friends. To tell you the truth, I am to be married.
What?
Hey, Lala, come in here. You're upset that we didn't come to visit you, but you moved and didn't leave a forwarding address. I'm gonna marry my doppelganger. Don't you think she is beautiful? Don't you think she is beautiful? We will be a happy couple. It says bestiality, but it's two beasts. Sullivan, I wish you luck. Sorry, nothing tops the wedding from, like, about a quarter of the way through Breath of Fire 1. Turbo's grave is standing alone. You know, the dogs sometimes come and mark it in his honor. When Sullivan closed his eyes, he tried to imagine Turbo. But since he didn't know what Turbo would look like, it didn't work very well. A good sleep comes after hard work. Good rest comes after an honest life. Although, wait, that's a really good analogy, because it's basically, I will rest well with Dr. Leo. Did you know that I blew myself up to defeat an evil queen dog? I did not know that, Trevor. I guess we had to... Lisa appears to be sleeping. Sullivan broke into her home during the night. Sullivan placed the dream rod upon Lisa's head. When he saw there, it made him blush.
Sullivan, I thought I would meet you here, in this weird wooden place from my dream. I am all alone. I know that as time passes, I will stop feeling lonely when I die.
No, come on, JJ. He stopped loving her today.
My father used to tell me the key to happiness lies in patience, not in haste. He told me to become happy very gradually. I don't know whether you are an angel or human, but I'm turning into the mermaid queen. I must ask you to do me one favor. I will not ask you to stay with me, because that would actually be really bad. I don't like you. Only promise me you will return someday. You could tell me a lie, but I feel our promise will give me hope for the future. Please promise me that you will one day return.
Come on!
What's the point of the...
I guess, they could have been even cuter and done yes and yes as the two choices.
Thank you.
So I guess Sullivan falls in love with Lisa inexplicably at the end.
I wish this dream would never end.
Well, it doesn't have to if I, drug you or something. Why did Sullivan leave? Why not just let her wake up to see you sitting there smiling creepily?
Sullivan, promise me you will return someday.
He's coming back someday. Gonna stay on blue... I can't remember the words of the song. And then Death Toll returns, and you have to fight his third form. Grass Valley at sunset, the glistening ocean, the restored world was beautiful. Why did you spend all day playing video games? You could have been outside. All the creatures stopped and looked at the beauty of the sunset, even the ones underground. The moles were particularly put out by this being what all the creatures were doing. One was with his child, and one was with his friend. Creatures were in awe of the scenery. And then Death Toll came back and said, "Hey, I found another guy to offer me a gold for each for your lives." Suddenly, a light ray shot into the sky. However, no one noticed it. But they were all staring at the sky. They were all staring at the sky. I probably just totally peeked on the microphone, too. Wow, Lisa is a little bit... Well, kind of weird looking, actually, but she's older than I thought she was supposed to be. Lisa was standing all by herself. All by herself. Don't wanna be all by herself. Now, she lives in a town full of people. I mean, yeah, look, I get that her dad died, and that's sad. She used to feel lonely when she saw the sunset, but now she thinks it is beautiful. Those are really two separate ideas. I mean, can she not feel lonely as she looks at the beautiful sunset? Just like her father changed impossible to possible, Lisa feels she will be happy if she believes. She believes she can fly. She believes she can... Oh, and her father's apparently Golgo 13. He always seemed to make the impossible possible, but we don't think he can stand this much longer. Could have made Dr. Leo talk like Golgo 13 and just read all of his lines as ta-ta-ta.
Oh, Sullivan, won't you show up so we can see what you were really supposed to look like?
The Staff of Soul Blazer. And it would appear that these guys are using their real names. It's not like... It is SNES era, so I guess that had kind of gone away, but for some reason I was expecting it to be, like, written by Vampire M. and, music composed by Naku Naku. Music arranged by Fishman. No, these are actual real, Hey, I didn't compose this.
No, maybe these are not people's real names. Maybe they're just using more plausible Japanese names. So these appear to be legit names. English text by Robert L. Gerald. Reiko Takabayashi. And anytime I see the name Reiko, I assume that it's like Rowdy Reiko / Reiko Hinomoto. Under assumed name, of course. The Enix America staff appeared to have 3 different people with white people names. I guess it could have been members of... No, yeah, well, that was not a good thing to say. Sorry. Those are definitely not white people names, though. I should have said Western names. That would have been appropriate. And, don't know how much copyright 1992. God, I'm old. I remember when this was brand new. Licensed by Nintendo. Licensed by Enix. Back when Enix and Square were 2 separate companies, I think I liked Square better, but they were both, like, amongst my favorite game-producing studios back in the day. My
Follower, tell me what is on your tiny little mind.
I do not know
what has happened between you and that girl.
Master, I looked into the sea and I just don't understand.
Oh, being attracted to a human means that you have not yet established yourself as a heavenly creature. Your stiffy betrays you, Sullivan. A year has now passed, but your feelings have not changed.
Yeah, I know. I try to look into the sea, Master.
Maybe you should try living as a human being, learning how they live. Then you will see it sucks and come back to the heavenly realm. Be warned, though, once you go down to Earth, you will lose all memory. Wait, what?
Okay, whatever. It sucks up here anyway. This is boring. Hey, Turbo.
Turbo the goat. I feel something strange in the air today. Yeah, you're smelling goat.
What's wrong with me?
So, is it implied that the goat is the reincarnated Turbo? Because they talked about goats and reincarnation. Or is it just that the goat is... She named it Turbo.
Sullivan? My son? Is that you? Oh my! I knew you would come back.
It's pretty involved for an SNES ending. Although some of the RPGs were...
What is wrong? Don't you remember me?
Oh boy, here we go. Don't think it matters how you... I think both ways you get like a happy end. But the correct answer is no. You were told you lost your memory.
It's okay. You don't have to worry. I don't mind you don't even remember me. I can tell by the look in your eyes. It's me, Lisa. Lisa McGillicuddy, daughter of Dr. Leo, the inventor.
Lisa, you need to establish your own identity.
Please, don't you remember me? Well, okay. You have never lied to me. It's just hard to believe you lost all your memory.
Oh, I should have said yes. I should have done the lie first so that we could go with the right answer.
Alright, I'm going to ask you again. I guess I have to change my way of thinking. We can create many new and wonderful memories.
Oh, see, I know that's where we're going
together. Okay, let me introduce myself. I am Lisa. And the goat behind me is Turbo.
I think this is the real ending, so let's go back and lie to her and see what happens.
No, I can't believe this.
Uh-oh, yeah, she sees right through you.
It's me, Lisa, daughter of Dr. Leo, the inventor. Please, don't you remember me?
Okay, so she basically just ignores what you said. Whatever, let's go back.
Come on, Turbo, the goat. Say hello.
Brrr.
He looks like a dog I used to have,
And that he has 4 legs, I suppose.
That is why I call him Turbo.
Come, I will show you around. Sullivan's like, I don't remember that your dog was named Turbo. So, that's a pretty important part of the puzzle. Hurry up, Turbo. Hurry up, Sullivan. Sullivan, you look like a dog I used to own. That's why I call you Sullivan. It's a living. This is one of the more universally happy endings of any, it's just, suddenly you're in love with Lisa, which seems kind of sudden, but, yeah, what's the harm in it? It's got nice music. We're not ready to end it, because I'm told something comes after the end if you wait for a while. And I don't want to hit frame skip, because the music's actually pretty good. Reminds me a little bit of the ending of the original Lufia, which had one of the most upbeat endings of any SNES game back in the day, after threatening to be really gloomy. And actually, yeah, now that I think about it, pair of lovers significantly better established in Lufia's story than here, where they're just like, last minute, they're like, oh yeah, and you're in love with Lisa. But no, it's basically the same thing. They're reunited, but only one of them actually remembers, and they're like, that's okay. We'll fall in love again, and we'll have new memories starting today. It's actually, yeah, that's probably why, because the music's reminding me of it, and so was kind of the tone. But whereas Lufia, like, basically from the very beginning of the game, like, you see the protagonist and the, sort of the male and female main characters meeting as small children, and then throughout the game, they're always kind of together, and it's blah, blah, blah. Whereas this is like, yeah, Lisa was there at the beginning of the game, and then there was a big, long gap where you didn't really see or talk to Lisa, but you got to meet her dead dog, and her dolphin, and one of her toys. Whatever. Okay, I've hit the point now where I'm going to frame skip. I don't want to hit any buttons. I'm now hitting buttons. There's supposed to be something that plays after the ending. That's kind of a lot of, yeah, I've been frame skipping for a while here now. Maybe they were just warning kids not to, the ending for the game continues after the end of the credits. Wait for about 20 seconds. It should continue. Oh, maybe they thought if you were in a really big hurry at the end of the credits, you wouldn't even see this scene, and this is the end? Just... level grinding. No, this guy's not really talking about the ending. I think, yeah, I guess that was the ending then. I thought there was something else to come. Frame skipping for a while now. No, I guess that's it. So if you just end the game, you get Lisa being, I'm not going to be lonely no more. Sunsets are beautiful. And then that's it. But if you wait a little bit longer, you find out that the Master sends Kevin Sullivan back to Earth. Once the evil of Hulkamania and Death Troll has been defeated, Kevin Sullivan returns to Earth and finds love with Lisa. Which is nice, because Kevin Sullivan's had kind of a rocky, romantic past, yeah, which we won't go into here. Suddenly, without meaning to, it just got real dark, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't look it up, because this is a happy, fun LP. I'm the Mysterious JG. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I got to figure out what the hell's going on with this microphone and this computer, because it never used to be this big of an issue. But yeah, that's the quality of my the vocal track of my commentary is way lower than it used to be. I got to figure out, maybe I got to like get a new driver or something. Not sure, but I do want to get back into doing some more old school games. I did this in part because I had a couple of people kind of saying, hey, we missed the old school games. You're doing a lot of new stuff, console stuff. And I mean, the old stuff I did was also console stuff. It's like you're doing a lot of gameplay on modern consoles, PS4, Xbox 360. We missed the old school stuff. So that's one of the reasons I decided to do this. And I didn't think it would take very long, and it didn't. But after this, I got to think, I'm waiting to, let's see. I'm waiting to get to 5,000 subscribers before I do Final Fantasy X-2, and I'm only at about 4,808 subscribers. So I got a ways to go before I can do Final Fantasy X-2, since I've kind of set my own. And I can decide at any point, you know what, screw it, forget it, I'll just do it now. But I'd set this notion that I was going to wait and do it at 5,000 subscribers. So that being said, the next bouncing around in the back of my mind, I could do Final Fantasy VIII on an emulator. That one would take a while, though. Might be ready for Final Fantasy X. I could do Final Fantasy 13-2, which I had planned on doing before I ran into all these copyright strikes with the last videos, the endings of Final Fantasy 13. But I could still try to do Final Fantasy 13-2. I could do an older Final Fantasy game, like I could do NES Final Fantasy 2 on the SNES, Final Fantasy 3 on the SNES. That would be another really long one, though. Chrono Trigger popped into mind as being a good idea because it gave me a lot of chance to just do my zany, silly, B at best voice acting. But the other thing, if you enjoyed this game that you might want to see me do, is Illusion of Gaia, or Gaia, however you're supposed to say it, which is kind of a sequel to this. The Soul Blazer trilogy it's been defined by some fans as being Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and Terranigma. And I could just go through the entire Soul Blazer series if people were interested in seeing that as well. All these things can happen and more, folks. I'm just throwing them out there as a possibility. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you guys down the road with another LP. Bye-bye, and remember, if your wife or loved one wants you to build a machine to summon the world of evil so that you can sell all life on the planet for 1 gold a pop, you might not want to do it. That might be the time to say, honey, let's think about another plan. Bye-bye.